It's doing takeaways is long hours. It's a hard graft, long hours, and then you see. So basically, it was called Flames. It was in the Gallowgate, right next to the Barras, and I basically was just I went in there on my own. Aye, music a wee bit. Aye, does look like me a wee bit. Aye. Oh, he's copying me.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Judge Reviews podcast, the show where Glasgow superstars sit in the hot seat and tell their story. Before we dive in, big shout out to the legends who keep the show cooking: Steak Lounge and Grill, Figo's, Halal Kebab House keeping it halal, Three Brothers serving the finest burgers and grills. If you've got bills, get a grills. And Uber Lettings, Glasgow's letting specialists and HMO specialists. Okay, so today's guest is a man behind Asian Tandoori, an award-winning takeaway, a serious food man, and apparently the only man in Glasgow who cleans his kitchen so much the environmental health might need to come in and give him a hygiene rating. He's built a big name in Cambuslang, picked up awards, created dishes people travel for. But if you ask Jameel who he's most proud of, or what he's most proud of, he'll probably show you the inside of his extractor fan. Ladies and gentlemen, the only takeaway owner who treats a bottle of Sif like a business partner. Welcome to the show, Jameel.
Thank you very much.
Was I spot on about the cleaning?
Yeah, spot on.
You're
10-10.
You're obsessed with the cleaning. This one thing I seen on your socials.
It's got to be clean.
I thought your takeaway has been around for a while.
Aye.
But your pots are brand new.
Brand new. And they're all most of them have been there for the start.
That's
most of them.
So see when you're cleaning the takeaway, okay, I know that you're recording it, but see when the camera goes off, do you let the staff do it? Or do you still get stuck in?
No, it's kind of shared a bit.
Aye.
But there's always that personal touch you need in it. You
Yeah.
need to have that personal touch. And I think it keeps you attached to it as well.
Yeah.
Keeps you going.
I thought maybe when the camera was off, you're right,
No,
boys.
No, the staff do it, but I think there's always that kind of, because you have that thing yourself, it's like a baby in it. Shop's like a baby. So you want to keep it clean. You know what I mean?
Sorry, bro. I like that analogy. But yeah, Asian Tandoori's probably got the cleanest kitchen that I've seen. And that's always a good sign.
Yeah,
It
alhamdulillah.
means the food will be good.
Yeah, definitely.
And I've seen your daily vlog.
Aye. We're doing some vlogging, aye.
Going to the Booker you went to?
No, right where I went to. I go to use all the cash and carries.
Aye.
Try and keep a good relationship with everyone.
Yeah. No, it's good. I like it.
Aye. So
You need to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Keeps us going in it.
Brilliant. Okay, so before Asian Tandoori, for anyone who only knows you as the guy in Asian Tandoori, keeping the pots clean and the touch on the Donner later, who were you before all of this? You can go far back as you want.
Before all of this, I was just a normal guy, just the usual typical type of person. I left school at a young age and went into the takeaway industry.
Aye.
My dad wanted to put me in there because I was a bit naughty at school.
Aye.
And that's where it just all started.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like how I love it now, how I enjoy it now. I didn't like it at one point. And then you just start getting into it and there's no other way now in it.
Yeah. How old were you when you went into the takeaways?
I was 14 when I started.
14?
14.
That's young.
I was 14 when I started, so it was only like a couple of days a week you would go, and just to kind of keep you off the streets or behave yourself. Then I ended up mixing in with the guys. The boy that I worked with was actually a good friend of mine, one of my best friends, so made it a bit easier in it.
How was a graft and being 14 and working with men in a hot, busy takeaway?
It was alright, it was good. I kind of enjoyed it. You're obviously, because you're inexperienced, you're subject to a bit of, I wouldn't say bullying, but you're obviously you get told to do all the jobs nobody wants to do in it. But it's good because that's how you learn. So see, like peeling onions, washing dishes, that's how you're going to learn in it.
Yeah, that's true. We all get older and look back and say these things made us.
Aye.
But then you tell the kids that and they'll just be like, no.
Nowadays nobody wants to do it. But that is actually how I learned. It was stepping stones. You know what I mean? You start for all the rubbish jobs and then move up.
Aye. So did you get moved up, or were you like, Dad, I want to do this now, Dad, this, that?
No, it was more like I done the takeaway for about 3-4 years. And then eventually I started to do work in the front, as in do all the front. So pizzas, kebabs, burgers, that type of stuff in it.
Yeah.
Then I left that. Worked in a couple of call centres, and then we bought our own shop, so our first takeaway, which was in the Gallowgate.
Okay.
And it kind of, the journey started there of like trying to do my own thing.
Okay.
which was very hard.
Mhm.
So I done that for about 6-7 years. It wasn't very successful,
Mhm.
and then we kind of moved on.
So see, you were in your dad's place for a couple of years.
No, it
doing-
wasn't my dad's place. I worked
Oh,
for
right, when
someone.
you were young.
Aye.
Okay, so you were front of the house and stuff. Then you thought like a lot of people might do like I want to get a 9-5 corporate
Aye,
job kind of
that's-
thing.
Aye.
How did that go down for you then? Because you worked in takeaways at 14, go to office environments. How did that pan out?
Well, I think it was more a type of, see when you look at other people round about what they're doing, it's doing takeaways is long hours. It's a hard graft, long hours, and then you see other people like your pals working 3-4 hours or 5 hours part time.
Aye.
You know, people that are studying and that, they're only working 5 hours in BT or something, innit?
Aye.
And then you want to do that.
Yeah.
So I just kind of followed the footsteps, to be honest. I applied for a job, got a job, and then
Yeah.
that was it. And done that for a few years.
What was the reason then for getting your own business or stepping away?
I don't know. Yeah, it was just you just kind of want a challenge in life, innit? I was very young at the time, so it's like you just want to take the challenge that anyone's going to throw at you. You're not going to say, "Oh, no, I'm not going to do that." Anything at that age, you're like, "I can do anything.
Yeah.
Everything's possible."
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I think that's what threw me forward into doing it. But like I
Okay.
said, it was in the back of my mind. It wasn't something that when I first went into the takeaway, I was thinking, how do they make stuff like this? It's not something I want to do. But then as you keep doing it, you start to kind of enjoy it.
What kind of call centres did you work in? So we all know, we've all worked in BT at once.
It was BT. I
Aye.
worked in BT, worked in Lloyd's.
We've all worked at Lloyd's.
I
St.
worked
Vincent Street.
in I worked in Morgan Stanley,
Aye.
and a couple other wee small call centres. I can't even remember yet, to be honest.
Aye. But
Um,
call centre jobs back when we were young.
they
were
were
fun.
big. Aye,
They were a good laugh.
aye. That's what it was. Scottish Power.
Another
Aye, everybody
one,
worked in
all
Scottish
the
Power.
boys, yeah.
Aye, everybody worked there. So
Omar,
BT,
Laz,
Lloyd's,
KC, all those boys worked there.
everybody worked there. It was all
Yeah.
just. It was all daisies in there,
Aye,
innit?
good, it was good times back
It
then.
was good. No stress.
Aye, my first call centre job was a company called Pegasus, where you would rip pages out of a phone book
Right.
and you'd cold call.
Aye.
And
aye.
I worked with Mintit's brother, Sultan,
Right.
back then.
Right. Aye.
Just random, man.
Aye.
Random
Crazy.
jobs.
Aye.
But everyone's done a bit of call centres.
Aye. There was a Space Kitchens or something.
Yeah, I remember that.
You remember Space
Yeah.
Kitchens? Aye, I worked there for a few months. That was
Yeah.
similar. Same thing. You're trying
Yeah.
to sell kitchens.
Aye, that was an upgrade.
You're showing
from-
our age here.
Aye, you know what? It is what it is.
Aye.
You know, you can't buy this experience. So if you thought, okay, I'm leaving the call centre business, starting a business of your own, no comfort blanket of
No.
somebody paying you, paid holidays, paid sickies.
Nothing. Not even a
Hold on.
start-up.
Aye, nothing.
Aye, it was just deep into it. know what I
Aye.
mean?
So how much can you tell us about that? What was it called? Who with?
So basically, it was called Flames. It was in the Gallagate, right next to the Barras. And I basically was just, I went in there on my own.
Aye.
To obviously, we bought this takeaway. And it was used to be like busy in match days or the weekends when the Barras markets and that one. And we were just trying to obviously get a turn around in it, as in
Yeah.
make some money out of it.
Aye.
But it wasn't as we thought it would be. It was a lot of effort, a lot of graft you had to put in because it was so close to the city centre.
Aye.
It was like your customers weren't always the same. They
Right.
were always moving, different students and everything in it. You were more reliant on the weekend.
Yeah.
So it was quite difficult. It was quite a big challenge.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad, but it was quite challenging.
You
Because
must have-
imagine you're a young guy, you're putting everything into it, and you're not really seeing major results,
Yeah.
you know. And maybe I didn't have as much experience either, a lot of experience
Yeah.
to drive it.
But you went into it, fair play.
Aye,
You know, a lot of
Tried it.
people don't do it. They hesitate all the time.
no,
So you got stuck in.
aye,
Then you realised, okay, it's actually like back in the days, long graft.
aye,
Were
too
you
much.
not expecting that?
No, not really, to be honest. I think when I went into it, I thought, you know what,
Yeah.
you go into a business, you've got staff working for you, and that's it, it's easy.
Aye.
You're like the boss.
Aye.
And maybe at that age, I mean, I think I was 18, 19,
Aye.
but maybe at that age, you're like, this is going to be easy. I can go here, I can go there, and the business is going to keep running in it, but it
Yeah.
never works like that. It doesn't
No.
work like that.
Yeah. So how long were you there for?
I was there for about 5 years.
5 years.
Trying to graft
you
on
stuck
for
it out.
5 years. I was trying to graft on and keep it going. But there was a lot of, like, back at that time, it was like menus and all that you had to do. So I was out every day doing menus, and then you'd get a wee ton. And if 1 week you don't do it, you're not making money. And it just became like really difficult. And then, like, you can't afford to keep extra staff. So it's like, you've only got 1-2 guys.
Yeah.
And if somebody's sick, then I wasn't pure fluent in the kitchen. I only knew the front. And that's how I started to learn the kitchen.
Aye.
It was actually a woman that worked there, and she really supported me. She really taught me how to, you know, how to deal with things,
Yeah.
how to cook and make what things mean,
Good.
which is quite important, innit? You can't just say, I'm a cook, I know how to cook. You need to understand what to do with onions and all that, tomatoes. You need to understand what to do with them, so you can obviously get it going or get something cooking in it.
So that goes back to the thing, if you're going to own something,
Aye.
you need to know how everything's done.
100%,
You can't count on
aye.
everybody else.
Aye, you can't count on anybody.
No,
You can't.
because they'll let you down then.
Because that's why you mentioned about the cleaning. That's the worst thing in any takeaway. Nobody wants to do the cleaning. Everybody wants to just come in. However you get in, they all want to come and just start making curry straight away.
Aye.
But I always try and tell them, and I don't know, maybe I'm going to show my age here, but I always try and tell them that, see, when you first start, you need to start from the bottom and work your way up. You can't come and start from the top,
Yeah.
because you're not going to want to wash dishes or peel onions.
Yeah.
You need to know what you're peeling onions for
Aye.
and what you're going to use them for.
Yeah.
So I think when I done the first takeaway, it was like, I was more, my mindset wasn't like that. I was like, just leave the staff, they're going to do it, but they don't do it. If they do it, it's not up to your standard,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Because you can never expect someone to do 100% like you do.
Aye.
'Cause
And
that's
another
just-
thing is, which is a personal thing, I would never expect somebody to do something that I can't do.
Yeah.
You know, you hear a lot of stories with folks saying, oh, they're asking me to do this and that. Wouldn't expect them to do nothing I can't do.
Yeah. So before we carry on from your working journey, let's talk about where you grew up. So interestingly enough, you mentioned Motherwell,
Aye.
and I didn't think you'd be from Motherwell.
I was born and bred in Motherwell, born in Bellshill.
There's a lot happening up there.
When I was there, there was in our scheme where I stayed, there was about 350 houses. There was 2 that were happening.
Aye.
In the school I went to DL High School,
Aye.
and there was only maybe another 1-2 happening. I think 2 of them that went was my brothers, right? And apart from that, there was another maybe 1 or 2 happening.
Aye.
It was a full Scottish school.
Now, tell me if I'm wrong. Well, in fact, you tell me, how was it back then, being in a school, being a minority versus what it's like being a minority just now?
See, back then, if I be really honest, I didn't feel any different.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because it wasn't really it wasn't exposed back then. That, you know, you're a minority. When I went to school, I was treated the same as everybody else. I don't know if it was a school I went to. Even when I went to primary school, there was we were the only Asian boys that were there. And I didn't feel any different. Now, I think there's a bigger mixture of races that are here now, innit? There's a bigger, there's much more communities that are here.
Yeah.
So I don't know how it feels now, because it's, I mean, I don't know. I think it's obviously a lot different now, innit?
Yeah. I think back when we were young, I think when our parents came here, I think they faced racism.
Aye.
I think when we were growing up, we were integrated.
Aye.
We would go to get your friends, play in the park. There was no phones.
Aye. No phones, aye.
So everyone did get on. I don't remember any issues.
See, I only ever experienced racism once, right? And somebody called me the P word, and I think it was only because they didn't even know what it was. It was just because somebody probably said it, and the guy's bumped into me and he's just called me up just for the sake of it. I don't even think he knew what it really meant.
Yeah.
And you could see when, you know, it's like, because you hear it, or if you get called this, called that, right? And you have to speak up about it. So me being me, I'm like, why'd you call me that type thing? And the guy's like, you could see it in his face, he didn't really.
Aye.
But so I wouldn't really call that. But other than that, I never had any issues at school, like, you know, not being included, or, you know what I mean? And I came from like an Islamic household. It wasn't like in the house we reading namaz and all that, innit? So I didn't feel out of place when I went to school or nothing. Like, it was never put upon me like that. I was still kept up a rosy, we even had namaz at school and stuff, innit? When we went to high school. So it was all right. And there only was, like I said, 1 or 2 more happening there that were there, innit? But I never really experienced. It's probably worse now.
Aye, I think it's
Probably more highlighted now as well, innit?
Yeah.
But back then I didn't really experience that.
Yeah. Only time I experienced some was when I was in Govan. I stayed in Comore Street for a while, and I regularly got called a P.
Aye, aye.
So
I probably experienced more when I was in the Gallagher, but that's a bit of a rough area.
aye.
I seen all sorts. I think I seen everything there.
Yeah.
I seen everything there.
What's the most entertaining thing? Well, not entertaining. What's the most dramatic thing you saw there?
The dramatic thing, I think everybody that came in was related to a gangster.
Aye.
Everybody that came in is like, listen.
Did they all just say that? I think they were.
No, I think they were just. I don't know. Maybe they were, but everybody that came in was related to. I'm not wanting to say any names, but they were related to somebody, and they used to come in and say that to you. They used to come in and say stuff like, "Oh, I'm related to so and so. Give me a can of Coke or else." You know what I mean?
Bloody
And you're
hell,
like-
man. That's they're worse than Uppney then.
Aye,
Saying
aye.
stuff like that.
And it's just everybody was just saying it for the sake of it. I think anyway.
Yeah. So, Jameel, was food always part of your family, or were you just getting into because of your pal?
No, it was a bit part of the family. Other than that, I think when I got into it, I started to explore it more. I don't think I really understood it until I actually got into it.
Aye.
You know what I mean?
What did your family say about it when you were away opening a takeaway called Flames?
Nothing. My dad was for it.
Aye.
My dad was for it. Aye. He was wanting me to do it.
Good.
Keep me busy in it.
Aye. So that would keep you busy.
A bit too busy.
Aye, because you were quite young and you were
Very
managing
young.
people.
Eh?
You were managing people
Aye.
at a young age, so
Aye.
you must now look back and think how you managed could be different than now because
100%.
we get wiser
100%.
and then we're young ourselves for those times.
The thing is, bro, right? See, sometimes you need to remember that sometimes people start walking over you,
Aye.
and it's hard to see it because you're trying to keep everything together,
yeah.
and then later on you realise it and you think maybe it's a bit too late in it, or it
Mm.
is too late by then.
Yeah. And see, so before Asian Tandoori, obviously, which is the famous place because I used to see it online all the time.
Aye.
So you put it on the map. So how did you get to there then? What happened after Flames or
See,
why?
after Flames, right, I just got a normal job.
Don't say call centre.
No, it was it actually was a call centre. It was actually I was doing a bit of debt collecting first, right? So I was doing a bit of debt collecting for a company, right? A legit debt
Well, like
collecting.
door to door.
There was some aspects of it was
Aye,
door to
you
door,
got
aye.
intimidating
But it was
people.
commercial. It was commercial.
Aye.
So it was like going to garages and things like that. Now, what they did was at that time, I don't want to mention any companies, right? But
Yeah.
what they did was at that time, because I was an opener, we used to deal with. They used to give me the cases, so me and another guy would go, and the guy would chap the door, and then if the company don't say I can't speak English, then they would.
You'd pop up
I
from
would
behind
pop up
him.
and say,
"G'day."
"Assalamu alaikum, brother." You know what I mean? So that was good. I done that for about a year. The pay was rubbish, but it was good. It was commission based, so you did get a basic, and then you got a commission. But the whole team had to hit their target. So
was commission.
if somebody didn't hit their target, then nobody would get any commission.
So how did you get the
The
money
commission
out
was,
of them?
well,
Like
when
Vinnie
you start
Jones?
talking to them in Punjabi, right, a lot of people, because you're talking to them in their language, they want you to support them. Because they see culture in it.
Yeah.
Gosh, Garde, please sort it out in it.
Aye.
9 out of 10 times you wouldn't get a payment out of people. You'd maybe get a couple of installments, and that would get us off their back for a bit, and then you wouldn't really get
Would
nothing.
you not kick in the door and say, "Geez,
No,
your
you
saver"?
weren't really
Use your
allowed to
gold.
do that. You're only allowed to use kind of selective words. I think to do all that, you needed you needed some authority in it.
But
we
did
had,
you,
we
how
had
did
the-
you get it? But did you really do it? But just-
No.
No?
We didn't kick any doors in that, and no, it wasn't as bad as that.
Aye.
But you had the authority to give them like deadly letters. We're going to take your house off
Aye.
you and all that.
But did you ever say in
It was like-
Punjabi like
Red letters.
Bessie Didi and the boss Nuksan Hona, nothing like that?
No, it was more the Punjabi style was like sort it out. That it's going to go down. It's going to get bad. You know. But I enjoyed that, so I did that, right?
Aye.
And then I worked for Sky for a year.
Don't say it was win back.
It was
Or that 3 days on, 3 days off.
no, it was 4 days. It was 4 days a week,
Aye.
and it was the same days every week.
Okay.
And it was like 3 shifts for like 12 hours or something.
Aye.
One shift
I
was
should do that one.
8 hours, and it was in Uddingston.
Aye.
It was in Uddingston,
Yeah.
and it was the cancellations. Was that win back?
it's a nightmare, aye.
And what the gist I took of that, see if they're watching, they'll probably remember it. But the gist I took of that is I used to work 10 hours and I only used to do 9 or 10 calls.
How's that?
I just used to talk to customers.
Oh, yeah.
So you're talking to a customer for an hour and you're trying to upgrade them, and you just ask them how their day is and how they're living life and all that. And then that's how, see if obviously at that time the bonus was that if you cancel someone, it goes into a minus. If you upsell someone, you're getting money out of them. It used to be a percentage of your salary.
Aye.
So that was good. I made a lot of money for there. That was good.
Good strategy.
Enjoyed that. Aye. Just keep talking to the customers. Just keep talking to them how you doing and all that. Take your time on it.
Talking about the submission, you're like, yeah, I'll just stay with you, man.
Aye. I just talk them into like, don't worry, you're a loyal customer. They used to get, I think the system was Cordiant,
Aye.
if you remember.
Yeah.
So I did that for a year, enjoyed it. And then the takeaway scene came up. The shop was lying empty for ages.
In
The shop,
Cambuslang.
the shop that we're in. So I used to drive by it every day. Lying empty, lying empty. Let's inquire about it. Let's see if we can get it. So a bit of back and forth with the landlord.
But why? But what? Why did you even think about a
Just
shop again?
because, yeah, doing a job is doing a job, innit? Doing your own business can put you forward.
Did you think from you closed Flames down for whatever reason?
Aye.
Did you think?
I sold Flames on, innit? At a
Yeah.
loss. I sold it on.
Aye. Did you think? What did you learn from Flames? What lessons were you taking from there into the new one?
I think it was more down to the location as well. Location was a big key in it. This was Cambusslang's a more residential area,
Yeah.
small kind of bend. Everybody knows each other. If you get it right, which alhamdulillah we have,
Yeah.
it can take off for you. Do you know what I mean? Word of mouth's a big thing. Whereas in the East End of Glasgow, who's really going to do word of mouth there? The clientele, the customers, it's all people that are passing through.
Aye.
There's no really anybody that's
Locals.
even the customers that were coming to the market the weekends, they were off outside somewhere. Do you know what I mean? So
Aye.
I kept driving by this shop, and it was like the shop was calling.
Aye.
The shop saying, "Come and find
Yeah.
out about me." So then we inquired about it. We were off and on for about a year or a year and a half, off and on with the guy, and then we're like, "Do you know what? Let's just."
A year and a half on negotiating or just
No, just to, like, we went to see it, and then he's like, "Have you made up your mind?" You're like, "No, I'm let me think about it." And then it's like, you know, are we going to get in your rent-free period and stuff like that, innit?
Yeah,
You want
aye.
to be sure, innit?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, do I want to do this? And, do you know, because I never had any money, I never had a big budget. You know, how am I going to start out? You know, and then you start kind of, when you get closer to something, you start kind of hesitating.
Yeah.
And then one day it was February. I think it was the 1st of February. I just thought, you know what, I'm going to just do the deal. I says to bring the keys down and we'll just do the deal. We'll sort out the lease.
Aye.
And that's how we took it on.
Before we get into this, right? So in your area, I might have asked you before, but you know the subway there?
Aye, cross the road.
Is it
Aye.
Nabeed subway? You know Nabeed?
I don't know him personally. Maybe it is, aye.
Because he's got, I don't know if it's his nephew or his cousin, Asad.
Right.
He's like his manager. He goes between the subways.
I'm not sure who that is.
He's your spitting image.
Really?
He's your double. Honestly, I'll show you his photo later. Right?
Right.
In fact,
What, now or before with the long hair?
just bro, no, now.
In general?
I will show you this guy, right? I need to find this photo. Oh wait. Yeah, this is not the best photo, right? This is just a random photo of his.
Aye. Bit of similarities there.
Let me find another one.
Bit of similarities.
You're gonna be like, I'm roasting you here, but
Sorry, I like that. I'm enjoying it.
easy tiger. Media. Bro, I need to just show you this one photo of this guy. If it comes up right. Oh look it's in my group chat.
Oi.
Cobra's photo.
Aye. Who's put that in?
I put it in.
Oh, did you?
Cobra's the man. I wish Cobra was here actually, he'd have been
Aye.
funny.
He loves you. He loves you to bits, bro.
Hey.
Aye. Still need to take him on a review. I promised him that.
What? See if I'm ever up that way, I'm gonna
Jump in and steal him.
jump in and grab him,
That's
just take
fine.
him with me for a bit.
That's fine.
Okay, look.
Aye.
Looks like you a wee bit.
Aye, does look like me a wee bit, aye.
Oh, the camera.
He's
Oh.
copying me. Innit?
Oh shit! Right, so sorry, right. I got sidetracked. Okay, so Asian Tandoori, right on Main Street, Cambuslang. You said it's the right area because of the location, residential. So
Aye.
you've obviously learnt that from your previous shop. That location is important.
Yeah.
How did you come up with the name?
I think, see, even before, when we had the last takeaway, this name was always in my mind. See, even my brother, he always had it in his mind. So it was just always ringing alarm bells. So as soon as we thought, right, we're going to do a takeaway, see, picking the name, it took us 5 seconds because I think we really had it in our mind already.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? I don't even know. I think it was just an automatic kind of a thing that just sprung up in mind. If we could do a takeaway again, we're going to call it Asian Tandoori.
And who came up with the colours for it? The red and white?
It was just a mixture, yeah. I think we just
The default?
I think red's one of my favourite colours.
Aye.
And then I think we just picked black as well, and then
Aye. Right, it's my favourite colour too, red.
Aye,
That's why I
red.
sit
I
on this
really
side.
like red, so we done red and black in it. When we first opened the shop, the facing outside was red and black.
Mm.
Now it's all black,
Aye,
but it was red and black. But the logo and all that's like red and black in it.
aye.
Just keep it that way.
No, it's nice.
And it's a kind of neutral colour as well in it.
Mm.
Like if you look towards like football and stuff like that,
Yeah.
you don't want to do.
Aye, it's neutral up here, aye.
Aye. It's kind of neutral in it.
Which team do you support?
I don't really support any team.
Which fans do you like more?
See, because I worked in the Gallagate for so long, I'm going to side with Celtic.
Good.
Right? And Celtic fans were over there in the Gallagate were very supporting towards us.
Mm.
You know, they used to gift us like posters of Jimmy Johnston and that.
Nice.
But, and I'm not saying this about all the Rangers fans, but the Rangers fans have got a bit of a different side.
They do.
Aye.
They do. I've experienced
You
it.
know, there is some really good ones. Some of my pals are Rangers fans, right? They're brand new and that. Even where the shop is now, everybody's brand new. We've never really had a football issue.
Yeah.
But I think if you going towards Celtic, it's only because I worked in the Gallagate.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And because there's so many of them, and whenever they win a game, they're all brand new and everything's brand new.
Of course.
You know what I mean? They're not
Oh,
so
nothing
happy.
like the atmosphere
And
in
it's like,
paradise.
and like the Gallagate and that, you've got the Hoops Bar and stuff like that in it. So it's almost like if they ever won the league, it's a massive party there.
Aye.
They're partying for weeks there.
And you
So we were part of that. We were in that party.
all day then.
Aye, we were in that. We were partying with them.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
So see Asian Tandoori, right? So you always had takeaways before. You were starting again, right? A new menu, new place. Did you think to do anything different? What was in your head to try and make it successful?
See, I think when we first started, it was just about getting it up and running.
Yeah.
So having a basic takeaway menu, but the key thing was to use the best and like the quality ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
For example, one of the biggest qualities that we've got in the shop is the doner meat.
Yeah.
The doner meat can't be replicated because we use our own blend of mixes
Mm-hmm.
that goes to the doner supplier, and they put it in our doner, and they create our doner and give it to us.
Okay.
So that's why our doner can't be replicated.
yeah.
And
Yours.
it's been like that for day one.
So you can get that. You can get people like to say like how do you want it, and then that's yours.
No, it's not about how they didn't ask us how we want it. We said to them.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because of the relationship, because see before, in total, I've been here for 15 and maybe 5-6 before, so say 20 years I've been buying for them, for the one supplier.
Aye.
So you build a relationship up with them,
That's a long time.
do you know? And my doner supplier, if he's watching this, he'll be able to vouch for me, right? We've never owed him any money, which is one of the biggest things in a takeaway. Never owed him any money, bills are always up to date. And second of all, we've never given him any hassle, and we've never had any for him. Never had any issues. You know, it's like everything we've asked for him, it's always been done.
Well, you can send them the link to this afterwards,
Aye.
so you can
Aye.
watch it.
Aye.
So your doner, right? Obviously, I don't want you to give your recipe away,
Yeah.
but what kind of qualities make a good doner?
It's the first thing's the meat ratio. So it's a meat to fat ratio. You don't want to have hundreds of fat in it. So some of the doners you see, I'm not trying to say bad about anybody, but some of the doners you see, it's quite white, which means it's got a bit of a high fat ratio in it and less meat in it, which is maybe a bit cheaper.
Okay.
If you've got more meat in it, then obviously it's going to be dearer. That's the main thing, is the meat to fat ratio. So you want to have more meat in it,
Yeah.
because that's what's going to give it more taste.
Mm-hmm.
The fat is there to add to the taste, but the real taste is the meat,
Of course.
you know?
Can't have more fat than meat.
No. So, I mean, I've had suppliers coming into me leaving a free doner. Like, even when I'm not there, they'll say, here's a 10 kilo doner, use it, and then start buying phase. And I've always just sent it back. Even if your doner is better, I'm still going to stick with mine. See, if you've used the same product for 15 years, then that's what the customer's going to want.
Yeah.
Even if you give them better, but they're used to what you're giving them.
True.
So for them, that's the best,
True.
you know?
Yeah. So let's talk about doner for a second before I even move on. So I have a drink. I push it out of the way. I push it out of the way. So I'll just so with doner, right? Obviously, people try and be creative, try and come up with new recipes. One thing I liked about your doner was it was in a metal tray,
Aye.
which gave me old school vibes, like when my uncle used to bring tins of chicken tikka from the Taj Mahal.
Aye.
You know, move it closer a bit, please. Aye.
Tiga.
So, what made you come up with that concept?
See, the trays, we used to buy them, right? With just 5 in a packet, only because they looked nice. and you would give selected items in them.
Mm.
So, for example, we do a boss box, right? We would like, we'll put it in that tray. Is it going to work? We've just came up with this idea. We'll just put it in that tray, so it's easier for us to pack the tray up and give it out, and the customer's just got one box rather than giving a burger separate, chips separate, like you normally get in it.
Yeah.
So that's how the concept of the tray came. So we were buying it like only 5 in a packet. Now we're buying it in boxes.
Okay.
So one box has 200 pieces in it.
Mm.
When we started doing the loaded fries with the doner and all that, because it's in that tray, it gets one is it stays hot, and second, the presentation stays the same way. So if you do a drizzle of sauce or whatever on the top of chilies over there, it all stays the same. Whereas see another kind of HP 10, see when it's getting swung about or whatever, or it's getting moved, it kind of the presentation kind of is not the same. Does it stay the same?
Yeah.
And see with the foil tray, once you've ate it, you're just going to bin it. It looks decent, it stays hot, and the presentation's 10/10 when you open it.
So speaking of presentation, see drivers, have you got your own drivers?
Oh, we've got our own drivers, aye.
Okay, so you don't have that problem when they come in on bicycles and all that.
I know.
Turn food sideways and all
We've
that.
had that in the past. We know we've tried.
Aye.
We've tried different drivers, right?
Aye.
Or we've tried the platforms or whatever. But the problem is, yeah, you want sometimes a driver to give a personal touch as well. It adds to the business.
Okay.
The driver saying hello to the customer, hi, how are you? And the customer knows who the driver is. The driver gets a tip. And then it has a good reflection on the shop. Oh, they're using, the drivers are polite. Sometimes you use the platform drivers, even for what I've heard, and other shops will know that when you get the driver comes, he's on the phone or he's shouting in your clothes and you're thinking, what's going on here? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So having the same drivers or regular drivers, they build a relationship of their own with the customer. Because of that, it has a good effect on the business. It becomes professional. Now, coming back to the tray that you said, the foil tray is when the customer gets it and they look at it before they even taste the food, you've won 50% of the battle because it looks good.
Of course.
Do you get what I mean? You can give somebody the best food in the world, but in a rubbish container or in a rubbish presentation. And even if it tastes good, it's going to put them off at the start.
No, that's true. But I like what you said. That's a different angle, using your own drivers to be an extension of the service of your place.
Yeah.
Because nowadays, these platforms, to make money off the consumer, they've got a thing. If you want your delivery direct, pay £2 more.
Aye.
Or they might do another drop before they get to you.
Aye. Or they use like a premium service or something.
What's that about, man?
Aye.
How did they get away with that?
The thing is, I think the main thing with all the platforms is they all want to just make money. And the problem is, see the direction we're heading in, the consumer, now if you look at, say, between 18 to 25-year-olds, they're all going to pay it. That £2 for them is like, oh, I'm going to get a better service, I'll just pay it.
Yeah.
Whereas back in our time, we would run down and get it ourselves. And that's how it was back in the days.
Aye.
Back when I was young, I don't think we ever got a delivery.
Are you on platforms?
Aye, we use it. We're only on Just Eat.
Okay.
Only on Just Eat. I've tried Uber and that in the past, and is it Deliveroo? But I just stuck with Just Eat. The more platforms you got, the more commission you're going to pay. The hard work that you're doing just gets taken away like that. But you need to remember there is a lot of businesses that can't work without the platforms. So they do provide you with business, but then you've got the pros and cons in it.
Pros and cons. You're fortunate you've got your own drivers.
Aye.
A lot of people don't.
Which is challenging. It is challenging. It's not easy.
Yeah.
You know, we've got one guy that just deals specially to deal with the drivers.
Aye.
I'd be like, he deals with the rotas and he deals with any. You know, imagine you've got 5, 6, or 10 drivers, right? Everybody's going to have their own issues. Sometimes we do get some issues with the drivers, you know.
Who manages it? Is it Cobra?
No, it's Adam. Adam. Cobra's got a bit of blood pressure. He can't deal with that.
Bachara Cobra. What a guy, man.
It's Adam that deals with that, and it's stressful. It's no, because sometimes I see it and I'm just like, you know, I'm maybe at the back. But it's stressful, you know. Sometimes somebody's forgot a can of juice or something, and the driver's like, oh, I need to go back, and you know, these things happen in business. You know, when you're on a busy night, these things do happen.
Well, how have you ended up with the team that you've got? Because I know I've seen Cobra. His boy into it, the big boy.
That's his nephew.
His nephew.
His son did work with us. He's driving the buses now.
Okay, so Cobra's nephew. You got Adam.
Aye.
Is that the core team?
That's the core team. Aye. Well, me, Adam, and Cobra as 3 are the core team.
Aye. And what's your sort of route specialists? things that you do in a takeaway?
Well, I'm in the kitchen, so this is another thing that see when I don't know if you're going to ask me this right, but when we first opened the shop, see for the first maybe 3 years, I'd really struggled because I was basing it all on the old thoughts that I had that keep the staff, be a boss, be a manager, deal with the customers, keep the customers happy, and leave the staff in the back, and you're going to make money, right? So because I did that for 3 years, I didn't make any money, and it was just going downhill. And I was like, oh, it's going to happen. And it doesn't matter how much you talk to the customers; it's the food that's going to speak. So then I came to the back, so that's why I'm the chef. So because I'm the chef and I deal with the back, I've got these guys in the front, which is Adam and Cobra.
Okay.
So that's how everybody knows them.
Yeah.
And they're like front of house in it.
Yeah.
And you build up like a relationship. Like they know who's going to take salad, who's going to... And it's your experience in it.
Yeah.
So when a customer comes in and says, I want a chips cheese doner, they'll remind them, oh, you didn't ask for pink sauce, you want it? Oh, I forgot. I put it in. Or they'll just put it in. And that's another personal touch.
Yeah.
That
Were they always with you from the start, or did they come afterwards?
see the first place I worked in, Cobra worked there with me.
All right.
He was working there, so I worked with him together. Adam kind of came into it towards the last maybe year or two when I was in the last place.
Yeah.
And then in this shop, Adam's been with me from the start.
Did you just phone him up one day, say, I'm getting this place, are you on board?
I just phoned him up and says like, what's happening, bro? How's it going? How about you doing work-wise? And it's like, oh, he was working in the airport at that time. So he did a really good job. And then he was like, I'm working in the airport, and that was it. And then 3-4 months later, he phoned me and he says, yeah, the company's going to make me redundant or something. And I was like, all right. And that was like June or July. And I says, well, bounce into the shop and we'll see what will happen. And then for that days, we've been together.
Aye.
Cobra came after we opened in 11. I think he came in 14 or 15.
Aye.
He was doing his own shop.
Okay.
And then I don't know what happened there. And then he gave it up and he's like,
You do know what happened, but can he say?
and he's like, he's like, any jobs happening? I says, well, we'll make some space for you, innit?
Aye.
And then that's it. It's just been like that
That's good.
for since that time, innit?
That's good.
But listen, it looks all good for outside,
Aye.
but there's a lot of, it is challenging.
So tell me this then, right? So talking about challenging, what's the biggest myth people have then about takeaway owners?
I think people think maybe what I thought at the start as well. You go in, right? You've got a couple of chefs, a couple of guys in the front, you're walking about with a suit and tie on, and you're making good money.
Yeah.
But you know, maybe 10, 20 years ago it was like that. A bit similar to that. When I was working in a takeaway, my other boss was maybe more chilled out. But nowadays it's like the margins in that are a bit weak. People only want to do one thing at a time.
Yeah.
So you need more staff. Do you get what I mean? So it's a total opposite of what people think. And see, because it's a food game, every day you need to be on your A game.
Yeah.
You can't have like a sleepish day. Or say I'm just going to take it easy. There's always in our shop every single day. There's always something to do. There's always something cooking every day, and there's always something to do every day. There's never a day where we go in and we just stand about and say, right, we're going to wait for customers today.
Yeah.
We're always doing something.
Yeah. Do you guys ever do like some places do like a house curry that's just for staff? Do you ever do stuff like that?
We make it from time to time.
Aye.
But strictly only for the staff, to be honest. Sometimes you get guys that come in like Uppany, if they ever come in and we've got a portion, we'll give them it. We don't really advertise it or boast on it.
Yeah, but what kind of stuff do you make for yourselves?
Just like aloo keema, chicken and peas. You know, we use the thigh of chicken. We put peas in it, put aloo in it, just stuff like that. The other day we made we just marinated some tikka with onion and peppers, just grilled it.
Nice.
And then the staff had it with like a roti, put roti and a few chips in it, sauce on it. Just stuff like that. Yesterday I made chicken legs, just a bit of tandoori masala on it. You know, marinate it and then just cook it. And that's what they eat in it. But they enjoy it, but we don't see with our staff in it, we don't say to them, oh, you can't eat this or can't eat that. There's a lot of shops that say, you know what, you're only going to eat what the boss has made for you, or you're only going to eat a handy roti, or you're only going to eat when you go home. With our guys, we don't really... The thing is, your food's kind of written for you, innit?
Of course.
So it's never really been an issue for me. If somebody's abusing it, you know, sometimes with the cans or with the juice, then I do say to them, yeah, like, calm down, innit? Or I'll say to them in a nice way, here, why don't you bring it one day? You get a juice in. Do you know what I mean? And then they kind of... But the guys are all right. They don't really... You can never win, right? But alhamdulillah, the guys are all right. They don't really...
There is a limit.
No much wastage, innit? So it's good.
I used to have one where my nephew used to go into this shop, right? And he had a thing for appetizer, the wee glass bottles.
Aye.
and one was okay. One okay, it's two.
Aye.
But when he was hitting 4 or 5, his uncle was like, "You want to
Calm
bring him
down.
in yourself?"
Aye.
Because
Aye.
he's drinking on the stop.
Because see, that's the thing, right? I'll tell you a story. I had a guy working for me once, right? And he used to drink Sprite after his dinner. He says I was digesting my food in it. I'm like, "Ah, that's fine, that's fine." So he was drinking it. And then a couple of times I noticed that the cans were lying half.
Oh,
The half a
shit.
can here, half a
That's
can
the
there. So it kind of got to me. And Mickey, you're a Muslim man at the end of the day. What are you wasting it for? And he's like, "Oh, it's all right, it's all right." So anyway, I said, "See, for today onwards, you need to buy your can, right?" I said, "No free cans. Everybody's going to buy their cans, so that's fine." So one day he had a sore stomach. And he says to me, "Bro, I need a can of Sprite because my food's not going down."
Aye.
So see, I charged him for it. And it's not because you want to charge him for it because you need the money. See, because I charged him for it that day, they drank every last drop of it. There wasn't even one drop left in it.
That's mad.
Do
People.
you get what I mean? So that's how important it is. It's the principle.
Yeah. Nothing
You know?
worse than
I've never
wastage.
had nothing free in my life.
Aye.
And if I did have it, I'd be grateful for it.
Of course.
Anything, if even if somebody gives you it, you need to be grateful for it.
Yeah.
You know, you can't
Aye.
just...
No, it's bad to waste.
you can't abuse it. You can't waste it.
Aye.
So I'm big against the staff wasting anything, and they don't
Yeah.
know much anyway. You know, we portion it out. So if we make it handy, everybody gets a portion each.
Yeah.
If somebody wants more, we don't say to them, "No, you can't get more."
Yeah.
You know, if somebody wants more, we give them more. I'll
Aye.
even give them my own portion. You can't be greedy in it.
Aye.
You know,
No, it's good. You need to
you
have a
can't
big
be
heart.
greedy. Aye,
I noticed a lot of places, the guys that have got big hearts, they seem to be mashallah
Aye.
doing very well.
aye.
And I've literally seen it with my own eyes.
Well, I've learnt that from my family.
Mm.
You know, it's a family thing in it. They say, "Okay, you should always try and feed." It's even sunnat as well in it.
Mm.
Try and feed as much as you can.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? And you receive it back in other ways, in it.
Yeah. Now, I was going to ask you, because I know you're award winning, right?
Alhamdulillah.
And you know I'm doing awards, so I'm not going to interrogate you too much, right, on the competition, because they might say I'm doing it on purpose.
Well, we won the international one. Do you know that one?
Right, recently?
In Dubai last year.
1 minute, let me see if I've got it here.
I don't think you have.
Don't know.
November last year it was.
I've not actually. So tell me the process, right? So pretend I don't know about awards.
See, the first time we ever won an award, it was 2022, right? And I can't remember the name of the award. I think it was like the Scottish Takeaway Award or something, right? Something like that. Now, somebody came into the shop and got a munch, right? Without saying to us or whatever. Once they done that, they sent us like an invitation thing, like a letter thing to say that maybe it was a letter because they didn't have our emails. They sent us a letter, right? And they says that you've been shortlisted for this award, blah 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 blah. And maybe in the past we've had stuff like that before, and we've just never opened it or just ignored it. So anyway, we got this letter. And it was July 2022, and they probably contacted us before in the year, and it says on this date there's this event, and do you want to come to it? And I was like, right, okay. So we read the letter, and I was saying to Adam, I says, I don't know, like, we'd never really going to win anything. That's what my mindset was. So anyway, cut a long story short, I sent Adam to it. I said, just go to it, take one of your pals, it'll be a night out for you. It was in one of the fancy hotels, and he went to it, and we won. So it's like when they were, I don't know how they categorised it. I don't know how and that was for like best takeaway of the year. So you imagine, right, you're not expecting nothing, and the event starts at 6, and by 7:30 I got a message from Adam with the video saying that, oh, this is all the people that were in the category. And then I think because of that, every time there was an event, we just kept getting invited. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
And it just
how
knocked
did you
on
win
for there.
the international one then?
The international one, I think they contacted us again, and then they done like a food, like, I don't know if it was a review or they done like an overall type of. They always check your social medias. Check your social media, your TikTok, your Facebook. Then it comes into the food. So I don't know if somebody from there was here, but they were inviting us to that event. And the same thing again, I'm saying to my brother, I says here, we're never going to win this. Because this is international. Yeah, who are we compared to everybody else? So like I said, I don't know how they categorise it. But the main thing is we won in it.
Yeah, of course.
So because you win, it's like a recognition. And then you feel to yourself, you know what, maybe I'm doing something right.
Yeah.
You know, if you're getting
Right.
that type of recognition, maybe I'm doing something right. You know, everything that you look at can't be wrong. So there must be some aspect to this. Because there has been events we've been to, we've not won any.
Aye.
You know, there's been a good few that we've been to. Like, we've all been to as a team. And we've not won an award. There's, like, obviously some that we've won in it.
Aye.
So I'm
So
doing
do you just send Adam and Cobra in it, or do you go as well?
No, I've been a couple of times. I've been
Yeah.
a few times. The loud music and all that gives me a bit of a headache.
Yeah. Aye.
But
Sometimes
it's
the music's
good.
too loud.
We were at the boxing event.
Aye.
That was quite good as well, actually.
Yeah.
But sometimes the music and it gets a bit too much in it.
I know. Maybe we're at that age, bro. We
Aye.
want to try and hear the person talking to you.
And
next
there's
to you,
quite
innit?
a big alcohol culture as well sometimes at these events. innit?
Yeah.
So,
I suppose. Yeah.
I wouldn't say that really puts me off that much, but just, being in that kind of environment for 7-8 hours or 6 hours, it's
Yeah.
like sometimes the takeaway ones are right at the end. So you
Mm.
need to wait till the end. But I've been to
Yeah.
a few of them, they've been good in it.
See, the
Good night
one that I'm doing, it's not going to be super loud music. It's going to be not dark lights either.
Aye.
You'll be able to talk to people, mingle
Aye.
with other
See each other.
businesses. I see each other, have
Aye.
a chat, get
Aye.
photos, get content from the team uploaded. It's going to be a different style, I think, compared to some of these ones
Aye.
with the dark lights.
Have you
and-
been to any of these awards?
Yeah, I've been doing my research.
Right.
Shahid has been dragging me about from Kebabish.
Right, okay.
He's been saying,
Aye.
"Come here, come
He's
there."
a good guy.
A very good
Mashallah,
guy.
he's a good guy.
He's honestly, since I've known him, he's been nothing but helping me,
Supportive.
supportive,
The
opening
very
doors,
supportive guy.
showing me who to talk to.
Aye.
Can't speak highly enough of him.
He's a good guy.
So now that we touched on awards, right? Obviously, you're going to be at the award show in October.
Inshallah.
Now you're here, I'm going to give you a poster. Actually,
That's fine.
remind me to give you that, right? Okay, so we've touched a wee bit on, margins and prices of stuff, not wasting things.
Yeah.
So a lot of people say nowadays, takeaways are expensive. From a business owner side of you, what's your thoughts to people that say, "Oh, that's expensive," or the price has gone up?
I think, see if you look post-corona, right? Before COVID, see, like, for example, for a box of cheese, it was about £23, right? Now it's about 55,
What?
right? So if you're on a good day, you maybe get it for 52, right?
You serious?
Aye, so post-corona, this is for the kind of premium stuff you want to use.
Mm.
I'm trying to think of like some other stuff, like even like your lamb and stuff like that. Like these are
Mhm.
kind of premium items. The prices have went up, right? The energy costs have went up. The staffing costs have went up.
What about oil?
So in order, oil did go up. Oil's
Mm.
kind of at a steady pace right now.
Mm.
There was a point post after Corona, oil went up double for
Wow.
quite a long, maybe a year or something. Now it's been steady for about the last maybe year and a half,
Mm.
just over a year and a half, which is quite good. The oil's been kind of steady because it did really go up at one point. I think dairy products in general have went up. Even if you go to the supermarket, these things are cheese.
Yeah.
Cheese is a big one. We use a lot of cheese in it.
Aye.
And you try and the thing is, see if you're going to give food out, you want to give people something that tastes good in it.
Of course.
You can get alternatives, but what's the
Mhm.
point in using that?
Mhm.
Because you want to give people the premium stuff. That's what folk are paying for.
Yeah.
And if you start using an alternative, the people just don't come back. So I think
Mhm.
people need to understand that in order to keep up the level of service that you're giving,
Mhm.
then if you take the cost factor that it was 5-6 years ago, based on to now, you're talking, I don't know, give or take on average 35-40% increase, which is a lot.
Aye.
And there's only so much that the business can, so much burden the business can manage before they need to say, look, you need to put the prices up.
Makes
but-
sense.
But you're giving them a quality product,
Mm.
and you want to keep giving them a quality product.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's fair enough. I mean, that should make sense to everyone. So talking about prices, minimum wage has gone up. You've obviously got staff. So I know you've got a core team. Do you ever hire people that are not part of the core team?
Occasionally, yeah.
Aye. How do you?
Sometimes the business is a bit seasonal.
Aye.
You maybe need some extra bodies to.
How do you test them? Or, do you throw them in a deep end or?
No, we do normally have a chat with them before they come in if they have got any experience.
Mhm.
If they don't have experience, we normally give them a rundown. It's probably one of the hardest days possible.
Aye.
And then we say, can you manage it? And everybody's going to say, that's easy, I can do that. Then you bring them in on a Saturday.
Mm.
And then by the end of the night, you know if they're going to do it or no.
Yeah.
Sometimes by 10 o'clock, the lab time, we're going to aim it. Because it gets very challenging.
Yeah,
You
you're
get
like,
tired.
You're like, it's time to clean now.
It's time to clean now. It's time to, the sink's going to get full. You're going to need to wash all the dishes.
Aye.
But occasionally, we look for
Mm.
people. We
What-
don't
what-
say
what's your main sort of question you ask them?
if they can work under pressure.
Aye.
Because see, one of the main issues is, right, see
Mhm.
if you're washing the dishes, for example, and we'll say to you, stop doing that and go get this for us. and then we'll say to you, stop doing that and go get this for us. Then for someone who can't work under pressure, they think, I'm getting a bit messed about here. You know, or somebody will say to you, you'll get some random guy that will say, yeah, but I'm doing this first.
Yeah.
And whereas we'll say to him, no, you're not. You're going to do what we're telling you to do first. You know what I mean? Because we're trying to tell them this is how the business is going to operate. Sometimes I'll say to people, you can wash your dishes when the shop's shut.
Yeah.
But we can't serve customers when the shop's shut. The customer's the customer's always right in it. Customer's going to provide us with business.
No one's going to have problems cutting doner, though, are they?
No.
It's all automated.
It's all automated. The machine gets pre-fixed as soon as we get in every day. It adjusts the doner after maybe the first couple of cuts.
Yeah.
And then it's just press a button and it just constantly... We can put it on a mode where it automatically keeps cutting. But I don't really like doing that. I prefer it if when you look at it and say, it's ready to cut, then cut it.
So see...
I would do that if I'm really, really busy.
See something that cuts doner so precise, I think that adds to the texture and the,
100%.
and the taste.
100%.
It's much nicer when it's cut evenly. And
I see, even like the doner we used to cut before by hand, even though we're all professionals, this is 10 times better. You know what I mean? You can't beat it.
Yeah.
It's just that we eat it ourselves.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, it's like so like juicy, it's thin. It's just the way people want it. Thin, long slices.
You say it's a good investment?
Very good investment. One of the best I've done.
Good.
One of the best I've ever done. And it's not like you just wake up one day and say, I'm going to go and buy a robotic doner machine. We looked into this for about a year.
A year?
We were going back and forward. We were going to places in London that have got it. Having a look at it. And then we're thinking, man, are we going to spend that much money and buy it? And then we're thinking, no, we're not going to buy it. Because we can't afford it. Then you're looking at it after a month again, am I going to buy this? I'm not going to buy it. And then eventually we're like, do you know what, I need to buy this.
Yeah.
And it pushed the business forward because when we got that machine, we done an offer. And we done our kebabs for £1 for one day. And it was only because we could cut so much doner. And nobody else in the whole of Lanarkshire or the whole of the region could cut that. It was only because we had a machine that was cutting the doner. If we had to do that by hand, we'd never be able to do it.
Yeah.
And trust me, see me put an offer on or a kebab for £1, you'd be surprised the people that turn up. Amazing. What an amazing response we had. I can't remember the number of kebabs, but it was something stupid. Like it was over 1,000 or something.
What?
In one day.
1,000?
Doner kebabs.
How did you come up with the Chasni kebab?
The Chasni Donner, we made a munch for ourselves. We put it on TikTok and we used one of the... We were still new on TikTok, so we used one of the filters. And what we made for ourselves was like it was doner meat in the pan with like a boona type, like a curry. And we put it on chips and cheese and we used a filter and the filter made it light, so it made it like pink. The video's probably still on TikTok. And then we just asked people, what do you think this is? And everybody started commenting Chasni. Chasni. And we're like... We didn't even come with the idea by then.
Yeah.
So what happened was people started coming in and asking us, here, can I get that doner Chasni? So we started making it one at a time. And then when it started getting more and more and more, then we're like, we're onto something here. And it just, see when we advertised, then I think somebody for the Glasgow Live came and they're like, they wanted to have a wee interview. And see when it went into there, I think they'd done about 4 or 5 stories on it. And see when it went into the papers and all that, I think the Times done it, the Sun done it, I can't remember. There was it got a lot of media attention because it was something so different. And then it just took off from there. So it's like every day when we go in now, the first thing we prepare is Chasni because it's became such an important product or dish that's what we're going to sell. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
there'll never be a day where you'll not sell that.
So you've got obviously hero items, right? So question, I don't know what your take is on it, but should takeaways stop trying to be everything from pizzas, burgers, curries, kebabs, or is that exactly what customers want?
I don't think that's what customers want anymore. See, back in the days, you had takeaways that used to do baked potatoes, omelettes, pratas, right? They used to do like raita. You could go to a local kebab shop and get a raita, right? And it's like you'd sell one a week, but still you'd have all the ingredients for it. Or you would get like maybe the older generation would remember, you get like a Maryland. You'd get like the battered pineapple.
Oh, what?
You'd get pineapple with batter, a banana fritter, right? Then you'd have the chicken breast that was fried chicken. That was a Maryland. And the problem is, it was good doing that then because there was no baked potato shops, there was no burger shops, there was no paratha shops. Now that you've got all that, you should ideally focus on what you do well with, which doesn't mean that you say, I'm selling pizzas, curry, kebabs, right? And that's it. because people get bored after a while. You need to keep keeping them interested.
Mm.
And how do you do that? Social media is only good to a certain extent, but your product needs to talk for you.
Mm.
So I think to answer that, I wouldn't want to do a takeaway that's doing everything.
Yep.
I would try and, even our menu is a bit limited now
Mhm.
compared to when we opened.
Aye, okay.
So I'd try and be a bit limited, but in that limited, give the customer something that's going to make them think, you know what, I'm going to order that again.
Mm. Yeah, I think it's mad. I still see some takeaway menus with
Aye.
500 things on
Aye.
it.
Aye. I think when we opened, I think we had about 300 items.
300?
I think we had something like that. I'll need to find an old menu.
What the
But I think we had
hell?
something. We were doing salads, chicken salad, chicken tikka salad, baked potatoes, omelettes. Yeah, nobody even used to order them, to be honest. Who's going to go to a kebab shop?
Aye.
It was something back in the days, because I remember when I was young, I used to make the Marylands, and I used to plate up the salad or put the salad in a container for the omelettes. And do you know what I mean?
Aye.
Even when you give the pakora and that, nobody wants salad with them.
Aye.
It was
I
a thing
know.
for back in the days. Nobody even eats a salad. The only
Aye.
time people eat salad is on a kebab.
Yeah.
They don't eat it with pakora, and like
No.
the side salad's not a thing anymore.
No.
Just give them onions, and even sometimes people say I don't want that.
Aye.
But there was a time we were garnishing it with a bit of paprika powder and
Mhm.
coriander, and then onions and a lemon and lettuce and cucumber and tomato. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Yeah.
But I think the people that have realised you need to move away from that, you're maybe onto something. Whereas there's a lot of maybe traditional people that are like, no, this is how we're
Mhm.
going to keep it. And if
Yeah.
it's working for you, it's working for you, innit?
Yeah. Okay, so touching on, you mentioned social media there, right? So obviously you're on social media, so a few things on that. So first of all, do you enjoy being on camera, or is that something you've had to learn for the business?
I don't think I've had to learn that. I'm not going to say like I just walked into it and I knew what I was doing type of thing, but I've never really had an issue with being on camera, or
Mhm.
even if you like see if you're on camera, you're doing the cleaning. That's one thing, right? But the real thing that matters is when you're off camera.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you need to keep it. You can't just go on the camera and say I'm going to do this because the camera's on.
Mhm.
So I've always been comfortable either or.
Yeah.
So I've never really had to change a lot. There is wee bits you've had to learn in it.
Mhm. Of
Of
course.
how to be a bit decent on camera, maybe, you know,
Yeah.
which is probably the most important thing.
Have you ever put out a video or an offer on social media and been shocked by the views it got or the response it got?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, that's happened to us a couple of times.
Aye.
Just done a couple of videos on basic making a curry,
Mm-hmm.
no filters,
Mm-hmm.
no preparation.
Yeah.
Just went in one day, put the camera on, started cooking, and then you get comments saying your cooker's manky, or this is manky, and then you look in and you think, maybe I should have cleaned that first. But my take on it is that a dirty cooker's a busy cooker,
Mm-hmm.
because we could go in there, right, when the shop's all crystal clean. When we go in at 1, 2 o'clock, right, and the shop's all
Mhm.
clean, we could say, you know what, let's make a TikTok and everything's sparkling. Whereas what we were doing, because we were new to it, we were just making it as something would come to your mind, say, I'm going to put that on TikTok.
Aye.
Or I'm going to make a video, and then a couple of days later, like, I'm going to put it on TikTok. So you put it on TikTok thinking, I'm just going to do it for a laugh, but I'm just going to do it.
Mhm.
And then I think one of the videos got up to like 100,000 views.
Wow.
Then we done another one with a Chasni, just a normal Chasni curry. I can't remember all the numbers, but they done some serious numbers.
Mm.
And I remember one of the videos we put up, the guy for Glasgow Live had messaged me,
Mhm.
and he's like, do you know one of your videos have done like 354,000 views? And I'm like, no. And he goes, do you mind if we write a story on it?
Aye.
Like, how did you get that many views? And I'm like, I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's had like 3,500 likes or something.
Wow.
I don't know how it's got that many
Mm.
views. And then that guy we actually became pals because of that.
Aye.
And you know, he was like, I'm going to write a story on it.
It wasn't Sean, was it?
I think it was like, I know Sean now.
Aye.
There was a guy before him, I think it was Kieran. He's moved over to STV.
Okay.
I speak to Sean now and then.
Aye.
The good guys.
Yeah.
The good
They're
guys.
normal guys looking for
Aye.
stories to keep busy.
Aye.
I know they are. Last
But that's what I'm
question.
saying. For us, that's a big thing.
Mm.
Imagine somebody phoning you up one day and saying your video's done so well. We're so delighted for you.
That's good. It's
You
good
know,
that
it's,
they
it's
sit
a
and
great
watch it.
recognition. Because, like you say, coming back to the question, I would never expect that.
Mm.
I'd never expect that.
Yeah. And see, last bit on social media, right? How have you found it, or what have you learned? Because there's mixed reviews on influencers and food reviewers. Some people say they're not experts in food. Some people say they just want to get paid, and some people say there's a few that just want to do a review or even be negative for views. You know. So, what is your take on all of this?
I've only worked with 2 or 3 influencers. You're one of them. And I've never had a bad experience.
Yeah.
It's been very simple. If came in, got a munch, went to be and reviewed it.
Yeah.
We've not even had like a long conversation,
Aye.
like for more than a few minutes. And the conversation it just is like I'm asking them what am I going to make, or and they've all just said the same. Every one of them said the same thing. Just make whatever you're comfortable with, or like whatever your one of your best selling items. And it's just that's really been it. We have been approached by a lot of influencers, but it's just been a thing where you're thinking I'll do it. And I think because I'm maybe a wee bit behind, but you always think, oh, it's social media. Has it really got that far yet? That's how my mind works. But where it has got that far, because I'm a bit kind of old school, it's like you'll say, I'll do it, and then you just put it to the back of your mind, innit?
Yeah. Well, you touched on something earlier on about old school leaflets.
Aye.
Whereas I think you were alluding to the social media now.
Aye.
So you've obviously have moved on from the times.
Aye. But that's the thing, see with the social media, I always think to myself, right, if it's an influencer, no disrespect to anybody, but I always think to myself that you should try and do it yourself first.
Of course.
Anything you want to do, you should try and do it yourself first, and then you've always got options available.
Yeah.
Do you get? So that's why we're trying to kind of on the social media right now. You know what to say in it. Everybody knows you.
Of course.
Everybody knows your brand. So you should try and do it yourself. If you can do it, very good. If you can't do it, then you can't do it, innit?
You've got a good following anyway.
Aye, alhamdulillah.
Which you've made
Aye.
online. So I'm going to ask some quick fire questions, right? These are me quick answers, right? You've not seen these. One Asian tandoori dish you would make somebody to try for the first time.
South Indian Doner.
Okay, best place for a burger in Glasgow.
Three Brothers.
Nice, Abby will love this. Best place for desi nashta.
Desi Daba.
Again, she will love that as well.
I'm not want to fight with anybody here, because I know everybody.
Well, I won't ask you the worst places you've been to. I won't even ask you overhyped then.
No, ask me.
So one place that's overhyped.
I'm not answer that. I'll not answer that. I'll not answer that.
You've got an answer, but you don't need to tell me, but you got one.
I have. Okay, I'll tell you off camera.
You can tell me later. Would you rather have a 5-star review or a viral video?
A viral video.
Nice, I love it. What's harder, cooking or managing people?
Managing people.
One business in Glasgow you either respect or admire?
Kebabish Grill.
Nice. The Edinburgh one, I hope.
Both of them.
Okay.
Both of them. Keep the peace.
In 5 years, where do you want Asian Tandoori to be?
In the same place. No, I want them to be obviously much more ahead in it. A bit more like out there.
Okay.
I'm not going to say we're going to open more branches, because my mind's always been, you know what, if you've got one good place, hold on to one good place, rather than open two, having two crap places.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
So just obviously expanding what we've got in the same location. Keep doing what we're doing in it. Keep inventing what we've been inventing, because if you look at the Chasni or the South Indian Doner, we really did invent that.
Yeah.
And everybody tries to copy you. I'm not going to say they're wrong for doing that, but if you look at the originality, then we did really invent that in it.
Who copied you the most? Tell me later if you want.
There is a place.
Aye.
There is a place. There's a few places,
Yeah.
but there is one place that comes to mind, and they'll probably know if they're watching this, because I used to comment in every one of their posts saying, "Where did you get that idea from?"
Janky.
And they never ever replied. But good luck to everybody in it.
You know
At
what?
least we're inspiring people.
You know what? That's
You know?
true, right? You inspire people, and maybe somebody else gets an idea and
Aye.
does their own twist on
Does
it,
their own
or a
twist on
take on it.
Aye.
And some people don't have originality; they just copy it, right?
That's
Which
it.
is a bit more of a kick in the balls, right?
Aye.
But
See, there's one thing with the Chasni Donner, I'm not going to tell anybody what it is, right, that we do different, that everybody gets wrong. There's only one thing that they all do different. I'll tell you off camera what it
Okay.
is.
okay,
And if they get that bit right, it'd probably be identical.
all right.
Or very similar. Because the Chasni sauce that we made, or the sauce that we make it in-house. So it's a personal sauce that we make that I learned about 25 years ago. And I've never forgotten it.
Aye.
I've actually got it written down. So we make buckets of that. And that's how that's what we use,
Okay.
you know.
And the last question: What is your favourite thing to snack on?
Chip cheese doner.
Aye.
Aye.
Well, tell me a chocolatey thing, a dessert.
Or in general, you mean?
Aye, in general.
Right now, I've took a notion for, the Lindt,
Aye.
the pistachio one.
Oft.
I've took a notion for them.
Aye.
You get them for Strawberry Garden. You can't get them anywhere. But they kind of long bar.
Mm.
You get it for Strawberry Garden, so...
Big, long, skinny one.
Aye, the big long skinny one. I took a notion for that.
Yeah.
I don't know why, I just... When I came back for Hajj in it,
Mm.
I just went there and I seen it, and maybe because it was green, I bought it.
Aye.
And it was really nice.
See, I've got a thing for frozen grapes right now.
Oh, is it?
You
Never
ever-
tried them.
See if you try a frozen
tried
grape. It's,
No going back?
It's a game changer.
Aye,
I've been freezing grapes from Morrison's for a few weeks now.
right.
It's so good, man.
Never tried them.
No, trust me. You try one. You freeze them in the shop.
Aye,
Record Adam and Cobra trying it so I can see the reactions.
aye. They have a video on it.
Aye.
They have a video on
The
it.
reactions. Say the judge told us to try frozen
Aye.
grapes,
Aye.
and
I'll try it. Definitely try
That'll
it.
be funny.
See how it
And
goes.
before we wrap up, how was Hajj?
Alhamdulillah. Very good.
Was your first time doing Hajj?
First time being to Umrah as well. Never ever been before.
Wow, mashallah, you're lucky, bro. You done the big one straight away.
Straight away. Right into it.
How did you? What was your first experience in God's house?
Very emotional.
Innit?
Very emotional. You can't. You go there so prepared, and see when you get there, you forget everything.
Mm.
You lose everything in your mind.
Yeah.
You need to actually put your head down for about a few minutes, and you notice that everybody in your group starts to step away because they're all in their own zone in it. You can't
Yeah.
explain it.
It's goosebumps.
Aye.
It's emotional.
Very emotional. And
Feeling.
people told me before I went, but you can't understand it. See, everything people told me was that everything was so different.
Yeah.
It's like it's your own personal experience.
Aye. Some
Probably
experience.
different for everybody,
Aye.
you know.
No.
So
No, it's good.
alhamdulillah,
You're
it's good.
fortunate you got to do the big one.
Aye.
I'm sort of bricking it from doing that one.
I think I just, one of these things. It's like it's compulsory on you. It's far as on you. So it's like you need to do it. All my life, you just keep work. That's one issue, right? The second thing is, no matter what you do in your life, it's never going to end.
Aye.
It's never enough, right? It's never going to end.
Yeah.
So it's about taking responsibility for what's compulsory. And each to their own. I'm not saying everybody should go and do it, but I think from inside you get a bit of a... When you get the feeling you should go... Because I was trying to go last year and I really tried hard and it didn't work out. And then it's like, when Allah calls you, innit?
100%. No, brilliant. That's good. Okay, before we wrap up, do you want to tell people where they can find your shop, what your social media accounts are?
Yeah, so we're Asian Tandoori in Cambuslang. We're at 160 Main Street, next to the Bank Hub. And our social media is Asian Tandoori on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. And also I've got a personal page, which is Head Chef Jameel, which is on TikTok as well.
If anyone's looking for a job, hit Jamie up.
Aye, hit Jameel up.
No,
Jameel
no Snapchat?
No Snapchat.
Thank God
Never
for
ever
that.
used Snapchat.
I don't want
Never ever
Snapchat,
used
bro.
it.
Our age not
We
for
always
us.
started TikTok for a laugh and it just...
Yeah, don't get Snapchat, bro.
No.
I still don't get why guys our age have got Snapchat.
A lot of people say they get fake accounts and all that on, or people hack your account or something.
I don't know why, man.
But that's how we met. How did we meet?
Yes.
Not Snapchat, but on TikTok. Through some
not
fake
firing
account.
into each other.
Aye, some fake account.
Aye, so somebody made an account called Head Chef Jamie, and the ironic thing is we were talking about podcast or
Aye,
something, right?
That's right.
And then there was another account commenting on my videos saying I charge for reviews or something,
Aye.
and swearing at me and that, and I thought, what's going on here? This guy's talking to me there. Does he not know I'm the same guy?
Aye.
So then I got your number from there to thinking I'm
Aye.
capturing this guy, WhatsApped him screenshots, and you were like confused.com,
right.
and I'm like, he's at it or he's been rumbled. And then you were like, no, bro, I'd never do that. It's definitely not me. Something's happened. You're so sincere.
Aye.
And then afterwards,
Because I was thinking, have I left my phone somewhere? And somebody's just, maybe one of the staff or Adam or Cobra has went in and thought, we're going to send him a message. Because I think the message was like something like, you asked me to do a review or something.
yeah,
Or I don't know, you were asking me, I'll do a review for you or
Yeah.
something.
aye, for money.
Aye. And then we wrapped that up. So we sorted that out. And then a week later, you messaged me again. And you sent me a question mark with a screenshot. Now that was a bit of a naughty comment.
Aye.
And I was like, what the hell? This is getting a bit serious.
Yeah.
Then I was like, I think you checked the followers or something.
I checked the actual, not the name, but the username.
Aye.
And there was someone made a fake account of you.
Aye. I don't know. I don't know what anybody got out of
Did you
doing
not
that.
get any other people messaging you saying what you've been
Nobody.
doing?
Nobody
Oh,
else.
hell.
And that I was actually getting a bit concerned. I was like, yeah, who's out there doing that? There's people, obviously someone out there watching in it.
Aye.
Oh.
There's another one of the other guy that's got a shop.
Aye. You told me that.
Aye, Usi or
Aye,
something.
aye.
He's got a mad one as well.
Aye.
Harasses
For what I've
everyone.
heard, he's actually an alright guy.
I don't believe he's all right now, bro, because that account harasses everyone.
I don't know.
And I'm thinking, is that him?
I don't know. But for what I've heard, he's an alright guy.
Aye.
Like now, recently. So I don't know. Yeah, it's what I see the people that do the fake accounts and that. It's basically folk that can't come to your face and sort anything out with you, or there's not even really issues. Most of it's jealousy.
Jealousy, is it?
But I'm thinking, right, I've got a page and all I'm doing is making curries and that, and there's nothing really personal on it. So I mean, what is there to be?
People are jealous, bro. They're bitter.
Unless people wanted a bit of a kick off. You know, a lot of people like a bit of drama, sit back and watching it. But you know, it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that's how we met, alhamdulillah.
I know, since then I've got to know you, bumped into a few places.
So big prayers to whoever did that.
I know, thanks to the troll.
Whoever did that.
For making us pals.
Aye.
Okay, Jamie, so I want to thank you for coming on to the show. Really
No problem.
appreciate it.
Welcome, no problem.
Okay, guys, so for anyone watching who've got an idea, if you want to start a takeaway or anything, watch the show, hit up Head Chef Jamie here. I'm sure he can help you out. So that's a wrap on today's episode of a Judge Reviews podcast. Big love to the sponsors keeping the show alive. Steak Lounge and Grill, Figo's, Halal Kebab House, Three Brothers, Grills and Uber Lettings. Your support lets us keep shining a light on the businesses shaping Scotland's future. I'm Jay from A Judge Reviews, and I'll see you in the next episode.